How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Now today we're playing Werewolves. Werewolves got a lot of upgrades in the recent release of Innistrad Remastered, and I've tried to record this video 5 times, and every time it has failed. First 2 times were just interruptions, daily life things. This third time I didn't hit record for audio, so I have a bunch of audio-less footage and a whole bunch of other complications. So it was just a bit of bad luck on my part. But this time we will do it, because I need to do this at some point. This deck has been alive for many days, and I have played many. Tapped, okay. I don't mind it if it's tapped. That's not a problem. We'll just build up our wolf force. Tamiyo is a cool planeswalker. She's a BANT planeswalker, right? And that in itself is kind of rare. You get an Omniscience emblem if you can ultimate her, which is unlikely, but so Tamiyo comes down. She's only going to be able to tap one of these creatures, because they have the 6 mana again. Well, never mind. We got a, what do you call it? Luckily that worked, because if it didn't, our opponent was going to untap Wrath, and we were going to be very sad. Ignore the quest. I will get on them. I've just been playing Werewolf for the last 2 days, and it isn't any of those colors, and they're 750 quests, so I'm not re-rolling them. Yeah. It's good that the audio is recording this time around. That is something that I like to have happen. But I guess it's something I forget. Another win. Werewolf with the dub. You'll love to see it. We're up against Olivia mobilized for war too, which is one of the new commanders, which I'd be interested in seeing in action, but our opponent had other plans. I don't blame him. I don't know, getting commanders from Innistrad Remastered is a bit of a challenge, right? Because I think there are, I don't know the exact amount, but there are 10 plus mythic commanders, and there's like 4 rare commanders. And we've already played one of our rare commanders, so we're just kind of stuck with finding the mythics and playing them. Now I do have a copy of what do you call her? Avacyn? But it's Big Avacyn, right? And she was already a card on the client anyway, so building a deck around her would not be too exciting. Although we might if we get desperate enough. So Emerson Wolf comes down, then we can play Tovolar. We just kind of want to get out of the gate before Teferi comes down, because when Teferi comes down, he's going to lock everything out, and we know our opponent's interaction is limited until turn, well, the first mass bounce spell on the agenda happens at turn 4. which is unfortunately the turn we're at, but Intimidate. Anybody remember Intimidate? It was a fun mechanic, but it's not around these days, which makes me sad. But it was also a little complex too, right? But I guess it isn't more complex than things like Skulk and other forms of evasion that have weirder rule sets to them. I think we Wicked Wolf and just draw 4 cards. I'll draw 3 cards. We want to go up to 7 again because our opponent is dangerous. And if they answer our board, we need something to back up our possible plays. Would love to see a Teferi just pump down into this board state. Although I fear River's Rebuke as a more sensical option. I don't want to see it though because it's kind of rough, man. This is our game 2 and we are under 10 minutes. Technically it's our game 3, but we don't count that one because we don't need to. When our opponent auto-conceded, sometimes if our opponent auto-concedes, we will count that because our deck never had a chance at winning that match anyway, so a win's a win. But if our deck is Werewolves, that is legitimately reasonable enough to win a match by its own merits, in those circumstances, we will count it as a non-game. Our opponent has conceded. They did the math. It did not work out for them. So, they conceded. You love to see it, honestly. We're getting winning gold, which is nice. Because, about to say, I know it feels really bad to buy mythic packs, but I'm really considering it because the hits on potential commanders that I can get with a regular pack is all of the rares from the set, which only 4 of them are commanders. I'm actually going to mull this. This is pretty bad. We'll keep this. So, to the large pool in the rare slot that's not useful for building new Brawl decks. So it doesn't matter. I guess we get a red source just so that we can have double red in case we need to cast a Ballista Watcher. Yeah, so the pools are theoretically higher for what I'm looking for if I go with a mythic pack, but every mythic pack you buy is essentially conceding 1 pack out of every 4, right? Because essentially 4 packs is 4,000 gold, whereas with that same amount of gold, you can only get... Yeah, I gotta get rid of that Shieldred from the bin. No, I don't think I want to attack. Yeah. Because for every 3 packs of Mythic Pack you buy, you've essentially spent an extra 1,000 gold, right? And that doesn't feel good, and it doesn't feel very viable, especially since the Shadows over Innistrad Remastered packs do count towards your 10 golden packs. So you essentially lose out on 1 out of every 4 packs for a golden pack if you decide to buy mythic packs, which they already seemed a bit shady, but here comes Tovolar. I will attack with 2 because they'll block. They'll block the Kessig. My lands cost 1 less mana now. And I'll get a draw card, which is what I want. If I can outcard advantage my opponent, I feel very comfortable about winning this game. But to say, the nice thing about the Werewolf tribe at the moment, even though, like, we got Ulrich, but Tovolar is still just a better commander, is that it feels very stable, right? Like, the game plan, it makes sense, it's easy to comprehend, and if it works, it just works, right? Like, that's how that works. Did you choose not to? Oh, you untapped it. Okay. You may have it. So they chose not to, they untapped it, and then they sacked it. Very good opponent. Very good. So let's play a Watcher. Play a Pup. Play a Howlpack. Play a Huntmaster. Well, grab a Huntmaster. Get a counter. Just start going for lethal. Cemetery Prowler has actually just been huge in the current setup. Because it eats something out of the graveyard, right? So they have to discard whatever they want to reanimate the turn they intend to reanimate, which is a bit rough. Plus, it eating lands, stop thinking Grave Warden, like, they're having rough times, man. I do feel bad about it. Only slightly, though. A lot of good werewolves here. Yeah, I'll take that. So, Immerstem Predator. Or Immerstem Wolf. And, just a Huntmaster. You know what? Let's just swing. Next one, we can just play him again. Hey, look, it's Howling Moon. Temple can go. It's a bad tap land. It tried to switch back, but Immerstem will not allow them to switch. There. Block there. Take 3. Yeah, we win. Generally, a crit off means you die, but not this time. Well, this has been very short. We have won 3 games, 3 real games, and we got 1 conceit. So that's like 4 victories. We'll do 1 more, and if we win this one, we will declare Werewolves the best deck that there ever was. Probably. Well, yeah, I can seldom imagine much better decks. But again, Tovolar is a bit of a busted commander. We could have played with Ulrich as our commander, but he is just He's not good. Like, he's really not good. He enters the battlefield and pumps something, which, for his mana cost, you probably should have something on the battlefield. We'll mull that by the time he comes down, but you don't have the guarantee for that, right? So, like, at his floor, he comes down, he pumps himself, which does nothing, and then he flips, fights something, and dies. And that's just not good enough, right? Like, Tovolar is 3 mana, will draw you nearly infinite cards, allows you to flip your werewolves for free, and has a very powerful activate ability on his werewolf side of things. And he keeps his card draw ability on the other side too, so he's just insanely powerful. And he probably will be the best werewolf commander for a very long time. Judging by some of Wizards of the Coast recent rarity choices, I'm surprised that he was not a mythic, because they tend, as of like the last 2 or 3 sets, to make any commander that they think, or any card that they think might have commander potential as a commander, a mythic. What's a good example of that? Like, all of the legendary dominances, like, that cycle is powerful, right? But it wasn't necessarily a, like, all of them are not rare powerful. The, what is the dominance? It's like the real, it's the blue one. That's just, like, insanely not great. Opponent plays a land. I do appreciate that. We're gonna... Do they want to block the wolf? No, okay. Mirror March is nice. That... And I guess that... Discard a card. Okay, never mind. Just Heroine. I thought it was at 8 for some reason. That is a beautiful rule board, though. Like, look at all that red and green. Santa Claus would be proud, man. Our opponent has conceded. Alright, well, that's 5 games in under 20 minutes. One of them was a non-game, so we don't really count it, but Werewolves is still pretty powerful. They've gotten some cool new cards. Where is it? Case in point, Shadow of the Pack, Howling Moon, all kinds of fun stuff. And yeah, it's a fun tribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.